Okay, good morning everyone. We're right here in northern Kentucky. Beautiful blue sky, sunny day.
And snow?
No?
Yeah, it's snowy and
This is
dreary.
Okay. Somebody's got to do something about the weather. We had snow last night and nearly an inch of snow where we are.
What is this?
What is this? It's supposed to be spring. It's supposed to be spring and we had snow. I mean, I don't get this. You know, we need to be over and done with.
That's right.
Anyway, it's not really a sunny day and it's not really blue sky, but we do have some really wonderful things to talk about.
Oh, absolutely.
And also it's bright and sunny here inside the Creation Museum,
That's right.
and particularly with shining lights like you guys, right? Okay,
Yes.
So we have some important things that we want to talk about this morning. It's interesting. I did an April 1st tweet, and I posted it,
Okay.
saying that I have to make a confession to the atheists. Nobody's coming to the Creation Museum. Nobody's coming to the Ark. And the pictures that I posted of all the crowds of people at the Ark last week, I put those pictures up and said, we photoshopped the people in and we hired actors, and all the articles in the newspaper recently about the economic impact and tourism here in northern Kentucky because of the Ark and the Creation Museum, I said they were just paid advertisements. So, but it was April 1.
April Fool.
That's
April
totally
1.
fine.
April
That's
1.
great.
So, actual fact, so many people are coming. In fact, I'm going to bring up here, so if anyone has some questions for you.
Okay.
I have here Katie from HR.
That's right.
You know, in Australia we say H.
HR.
HR. We
I
don't
like
say HR. Yeah, but that's because you're American. That's why you have a problem there. And we also have Jonathan, who looks after all the scheduling here at the Creation Museum.
Yep, I'm the
We're going to tell you
scheduling
about
manager.
some exciting opportunities for you here. Did you know? Would you hold my phone for me? All right. See this? This is a list of full-time jobs and part-time jobs. That's only one page. I have a second page. We'll just run down through that for a moment. And there's a second page over here that has even more on it. All right. And then we have Ark Encounter seasonal and we have Creation Museum seasonal. So, first of all, Jonathan, tell us what you're looking for here at the Creation Museum.
Well, we have 5 main departments: guest services, food service, housekeeping, retail, petting zoo. We're looking for people that can work either 1 or 2 days, or if they want to work 5 days, we can do that as well. But we just
What if they want to work 10 days a week?
There's some labor restrictions, I think, with that.
Oh, okay.
But that's more Katie's specialty. But,
Okay.
we have lots of opportunities.
She's from HR.
HR.
HR. Hey, tell me whether you think it should be H or H. How do they put that in a comment?
It's probably a hashtag of some sort.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
All right. So, so people saying Ark was enjoyable. Love the Creation Museum. Watching from Nepal. That'd be a little hard to work here and live in Nepal. That'd be.
If they need housing, they can contact me and I can see what I can do.
Okay. So, jobs, I'll take one. And move back to Kentucky. Miss my home state. Uh-huh. So, Katie, tell us here. Explain to us how people can apply for a job.
Great. So if you want to just go online to creationmuseum.org/jobs, the museum host application is the first one that pops up, and you can fill that out, and that comes to us, we review it, and then we set up a time for an interview. So,
You know, somebody has a question, do you hire family members? Well, you know, once we get all the seasonals hired that we need right now, probably have about 1,000 staff altogether with all the hundreds of seasonals and all our other hundreds of staff. And you've got to be really careful at the Creation Museum or Ark, because if you're talking to somebody...
they're probably related to someone
they're probably
else.
Related, well,
Yes.
we are related to each other. We go back to Noah, right, and back to Adam.
Right.
So we are related.
They might be closer than that,
But
though.
you have to be really careful, because if you say something negative about some other person, you might find that they're their uncle
That's
or
right.
aunt or sister or brother or cousins, nephew, nieces, you know, whatever.
You never know. You
Yeah.
never know.
So, yeah, we have a lot of family members here
Yes.
at the
Yes.
Creation Museum. And so seasonal, like if there's a stay-at-home mum, maybe drop the kids at school or something, or, you know, could then come and work for a few hours?
Yeah, have them fill out that application, and in the interview process, we'll figure out where their best fit is, and that's kind of what I do. I need to talk to them, and then we can figure out, hey, you're going to be really good, really friendly, you're going to be guest services, or things like that.
So you can actually be a college student looking for a job in the summer?
Oh, absolutely. I just went to Cedarville University a couple days ago, and we recruited there. So we have a couple people coming from there as
From
well.
Cedarville, yeah, there's people come from Cedarville University, Bob Jones University, Liberty. There's a number of different places that
Absolutely.
that they come from here. Any internships for teens? We have some internships, don't we?
We have internships for college students.
Okay.
We have someone who's coming to do a marketing internship here this summer. So
So if they're
there's
interested in
option.
internships, they can call HR.
That's right.
I get that pronunciation right, HR. Okay, as an Australian, I have to overemphasize that because I can't say it properly. You understand that? Somebody said here, maybe we'll uproot the whole family and come down and work at the Creation Museum.
Hey,
Good,
we'll take
okay.
him. That's
We'll take
great.
him. So how many seasonal positions are we looking for right now at the Creation Museum?
As many as we can get.
As many as you can get. And, you know, the same is true at the Ark. They told me that down at the Ark too, which is 45 minutes from here.
Yes.
Hey, just while we're here, let me zip over here for a moment. This is Francis. So, Francis, I'm going to get you to grab that microphone there. You work here in food services.
Yes, I do.
And why don't you tell everyone what it's like to work? I mean, I didn't come in here and prep you for this. So I'm doing this in fear and trepidation. What is she going to say? So what's it like to work here at the Creation Museum?
I love working at the Creation Museum. I've been here for about 6 or 7 years now. And it's so nice to be in an environment where other believers are there to encourage you, but also working in an environment where the gospel is presented. Because you walk through the door and know you're here and helping people to see when they come through the door, they're going to be able to go through and come out with the gospel message. And so that's really, really awesome to be able to be part of that ministry. And I've truly, truly loved it.
Wow, that's great. I didn't need to prep you at all.
No, you didn't prep me.
You know, and it was all natural. It's as if you really believe that.
I do, and that's why I've been here for a long time, because I truly believe what the ministry
So what do you do
stands
in
for.
food services?
I am the front of the house supervisor, so I worked with customers a lot. Whatever problems with the customers, I deal with that, or training people. I do a lot of training with the new employees that are coming in, training them how to talk to customer and the type of things they should say and not say to the customers. And so, but
Okay.
I truly,
But we
truly
wouldn't
love
have any
my
problems
job.
here.
No.
It's perfect, without sin.
Yes.
Actually, we want to make sure customers have the
Yes,
best.
experience.
best
So that's
experience
our
possible.
goal.
Yeah.
And my manager tells me that it's all about the customer, making sure when they leave,
Right.
they leave with they're happy when they come in. And when they
I
walk
tell you
out the
what,
door.
when you work in food service, actually I know that you can have the greatest museum, like the Walk Through the Bible we have here, in the world,
Yeah.
which it is. But if the food's not good and the
Yes.
service is not good, and if the restrooms aren't clean,
Yes.
people will complain, right?
That is very true.
So,
That is very,
so
very
we
true.
have the cleanest of restrooms in the entire universe
Yeah.
here, and also we have great food service. So Nikki, what do you do here?
Well, I work in food services. I'm all over the place here.
So you do a bit of this and a bit of that?
Pretty much. So I'm usually sometimes in the back, or I'm up here. I'm up in coffee or ice cream.
You probably made coffee for me.
Most likely. So I've been here for almost 2.5 years now, and absolutely love the ministry and what I do here. It's so much work, but it's also great work with a great environment and the people that I work with.
So you'd recommend people to come and work here
I would definitely.
during the summer for if they're college students or
I'm trying to get my own
full-time,
sister
part-time?
down here,
Oh,
so.
are you? Okay. Well, that was really good. Well, I'm going to get Katie to grab the microphone.
Alrighty.
We'll let you get back to work here. I know it's going to be a busy day today. I think they're expecting, 2,500 to 3,000 people today or something. So you're going to be really busy here, and we're going to be seeing these food flying off the counter here. But anyway, so Katie, now when people apply here, we do require them to sign a statement of faith, right?
Yes.
And
yes.
we have one for seasonals and a different one for all the other full-time positions.
We have a statement of faith. Yes, we do have that we have to sign.
So we're a Christian organization, and so we want people to give Christian testimony, obviously. So they have to be Christians to work here, which we're allowed by law. And in fact, we even had, it's interesting, the atheists were carrying on about that a year or so ago, a couple of years ago, and we even had a judge rule that, hey, Title VII, the Civil Rights Act, you can have an exemption. We're a Christian organization. Just like an atheist organization wouldn't want to employ a Bible-believing Christian as the head of an atheist organization, would
Right,
they?
right,
Or to work in an
right,
atheist
exactly,
organization.
exactly.
Or I'm sure Planned Parenthood wouldn't want a pro-life person working in Planned. Not that a pro-life person would want to even work in Planned
Right,
Parenthood.
exactly.
But anyway, you get the point. But it is a wonderful environment here. It is very different.
It's awesome.
And there are people that have worked out in the world that come here and say it's just such a different environment. So, what sort of questions you can ask them when they apply?
Well, I'm going to ask you about what your top 3 areas of interest are and why those top. Tell me about what is most appealing to you about those top 3 areas of interest. Because we want to be able to pitch you in where would be a good place for you and your talents and your skill set and our need.
Hey, somebody here says, love the way you say HR. I mean HR.
You're starting.
I'm sure. Look, they said H. See,
You're
H.
going to start a new trend.
You're going to start a new trend.
You're going to start a new trend. People out there saying HR. But yeah, but I don't. Why do you Americans? Why do you not pronounce the H? H. That's sort of like.
Tower Babble type thing.
Sort of like in Spanish, when fajita.
With a J.
With a J, yeah. It's sort of like the Z in potato. It's silent, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, Katie didn't understand that at all.
It's all good.
So Jonathan, tell me again the sorts of positions that you're looking for right now.
Yeah, so we have guest services. We have food service, which would be Nikki and Francis, like you talked to. We have retail, which is our bookstore. We have upstairs and a lower. Petting zoo, housekeeping. We have many different positions. We even have generalist positions. If you like a little bit of variety, you can do multiple of them. So some people are so friendly that they can't just work food service, they have to work guest services too, or bookstore. They can work multiple.
So I tell you what, let's just walk out here a little bit,
Yeah.
and people will see why we need so many. We haven't even started the busy season yet, really.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
And, it's interesting when you come out here, I smell like coffee. Yeah,
Coffee's a strong smell.
Now I want some coffee. So let's come out here and have a look here. We can see people moving around here in the main hall. People over here lining up for the planetarium.
Yeah, the planetarium's got a long line right there, looks like.
Yeah, the planetarium there must be a program coming up soon. And let's go around here a bit so we can look out
And
here.
this is nothing. On a busy day, this is going to be 2-3 times as much. So it's only going to get more and more busy, and it's going to be awesome.
I think aren't they expecting over 2,000 a day
I believe so.
at the Creation
I believe
Museum?
so.
And this is a Monday.
It's a Monday, I know. It blows your mind.
We see the people lining up. Let's walk down here a little bit. Katie, here we are in northern Kentucky, and the economy here is actually booming, and the tourist economy is booming because of the Ark and the Creation Museum.
I think we've helped him out with that a little bit.
It's sort of a little harder to get staff, isn't it? Because there's a lot of competition out there. But I think the thing to emphasize here, it's a wonderful Christian environment.
Yes. If you, I love working here because I get to have constant spiritual encouragement at work with like-minded employees. And coworkers. So I would definitely encourage you that if you're looking for the opportunity to work for a ministry, but also be able to make a little bit of money, definitely come work at the Creation Museum or the Ark Encounter.
So again, seasonal positions, part-time, full-time, all-time. Okay, so somebody's asking what ages. Yeah, there's certain rules, isn't there? I know we have, for instance, some homeschoolers that'll come in for a certain time, and depending on their age, you're allowed to work certain hours. Can you explain that?
We're in general, the starting age is 16, and during the school year, if we adjust your work hours based on state requirements for school attendance. But during the summer, we work, to have as many hours as you possibly are willing to work for us. It'd be great.
Hey, somebody here said, any need for database programmer? I know we have a great need in the IT department.
We definitely have some IT positions that are open. I would definitely encourage anyone who's interested in that to look.
We have IT
online.
Positions open, graphic art.
We even have a couple of IT seasonal positions open as well.
So seasonal IT as well as full-time IT. So we have in fact, how do they find out about all the jobs vacant?
All the jobs that are available?
Yeah.
If they go to answersingenesis.org and at the bottom of the page they click careers, That brings up the list of all the job openings that we have.
So on all those menu items at the bottom, there's one that says careers.
Careers at the bottom. Now, for the Creation Museum application, they do actually have to go on the Creation Museum's website, which is creationmuseum.org/jobs, and that's where they can fill out that museum host application if they're specifically wanting to work at the Creation Museum.
Okay, and we'll make sure that our social media team
Yes.
put all the links in there, links to Answers in Genesis jobs, Creation Museum jobs, Ark Encounter jobs, and we have, as you said, we'll take as many as we can get right
That's
now.
right. That's right.
Provide they can sign the statement of faith that we have,
Right.
and fulfill the requirements.
Yes.
We need you.
Yes. We need you.
Your Creation Museum needs you.
Yes.
So I don't want to sound desperate, but actually, because so many people are coming, we really need people.
We really
here.
need people.
Yeah.
Yes.
So go to those different links. We'll make sure they're pinned there at the top of the comments.
Yes.
How easy would it be for me to work with the animals at the zoo? Well, we have some specially trained people, right?
Yes.
Trained
Yes.
in sort of veterinary type areas, and others who have been involved with animal training. But there's others who can learn too, correct?
Right. We do have museum hosts that work in the petting zoo as well.
So what do they do? Host the animals or host the people?
I think it's good.
They have different animal encounters where they'll have an animal out, and you'll have we got somebody coming in front of us. Hey, it's Caitlin. Welcome. Sneak on through. So they have animal encounters. So they'll have the actual zoo person out there with the animals, making sure the animals are taken care of. But they also have encounters to explain a little bit about the animal. So they have hedgehogs, they have leopard geckos, they have other animals like that. And there's also just various needs around the zoo, just making sure that people are there to answer questions and just to keep overall safety with different animals.
Somebody says here, you just walked past my neighbour standing in line. How about that? And I'm going to send a resume. And
Please do.
So lots of other nice comments here too as well. And see all the thumbs up emojis that are coming up there on the screen. So, all right. Well, with that, I guess we need to end off here. And again, go to the links that you see there in the comments.
Yes.
And you'll be able to, when you go to those links in the comments, you'll be able to find out the positions that are available: full-time, part-time,
Absolutely.
half-time, quarter-time,
Anytime.
double time, triple time, well,
go.
whatever, anytime. Yeah, all the different positions that we have. So really encourage you to go look at that. If you want to have a full-time career here at Answers in Genesis, Creation Museum, Ark Encounter.
I love it. I came in as a museum host, then I was promoted to supervisor, and now I'm a manager. So these aren't just summer jobs. You can get your foot in the door and learn,
Right.
and then go from there. So they are building steps for a career.
Are
That's
we-
why it's a career page.
Are we standing in the wrong place? That
I
says
think we might
exit,
be.
Exit only.
Yeah.
I guess that's why people are coming out of there.
Makes sense.
So let's just walk down here a bit. We'll go back to the main hall. I wish I lived there. I would love to work there. What an honor it would be.
It's an amazing
Yeah, we wish you lived
environment.
here too. Did you know that there are people that actually move here? Well, not only for full-time positions, but there are people who retire and then they move here and say, we're just going to devote the rest of our lives now to working at the Creation Museum and the Ark.
That's just a testimony
So-
to the wonderful environment.
So then they find out that they don't retire, they're actually busier than ever.
Yep. Yep.
So, yeah, today we're seeing people pouring again. I heard that bus tours for the museum and the Ark are up about 20% this year.
I heard about 15 or 16 buses alone coming on Wednesday.
On Wednesday, okay. Actually, I'm speaking here on Tuesday.
Ooh, fun.
Yeah, that's why we need people, because all
true.
these people coming in. Actually, we've made some changes to the Creation Museum. We've knocked out some doors and made some passages wider and added in some restrooms.
Yeah, we got a
and-
new bathroom. That's awesome.
And in the Creation Walk, as they walk down to the second level, you know, a lot of people walk through the Creation Museum. It's really a walk through the Bible and all the life-size exhibits and so on, and animatronics. They don't realize they're walking down 2 stories, and they get to the bottom and they say, "How do we get here?"
Yeah.
It's just amazing.
Whenever I'm talking with guests in the main hall, I let them know it's a self-guided tour, but you will slowly go down, because a lot of times that's the main question. Hey, how did I end up on a lower level?
So, well, somebody said we were just here in November. I'd love to visit. I would stay in the planetarium forever. Well, come and get a job here, and
you can work
you
in
can
the
stay in the planetarium forever, right? Okay, so we're going to finish off here in the main hall. And thank you for watching our live stream this morning. And go and have a look at all those jobs that are available, because we need you and we need people here, full-time, part-time, all sorts of different career positions, seasonal positions, which is absolutely phenomenal that a Christian facility would create that much demand.
It's amazing.
So we'll say goodbye here from the Creation Museum on this Monday morning.